I'm done. This is how much of a hypocrite Corey Holcomb is, and how mad he is, and how bitter he is, and how much he's holding on to the past bullshit. So now he's ripping me for the Lizzo shit. But go back in his archives. He ripped Lizzo 50 times harder than I ever did. But now he's sticking up for Lizzo? That's how mad Corey is. That's how bitter he still is towards me. Even though I, on Vlad TV, gave him love. Said, yo man, let's let bygones be bygones and pull the bullshit to the side and let's try to squash it. I still respect you as a comedian. Come on, man. Hypocrite. He done beef with everybody. It's you, nigga.
So, now, Aries Spears wanted to drop that gem to the world. And you know what? He's right. I love Corey Holcomb. But he's right. He's 100% correct. Corey Holcomb ripped Lizzo. Jesus Christ. I was on the floor rolling around for about 10 minutes. And it was so bad because the lady was trying to clean it up. And Corey kept making it worse. So I understood, like, look, Corey Holcomb is a Chicago man. Yo, that's a Chicago man. He's a hater, B. Corey Holcomb is a hater. Dog, I'm telling you, he's hilarious, but dude be hating a lot. He's a Chi-Town dude to the heart. But he's gonna give it to you real. But he definitely did something that was pretty interesting. People don't understand that. Like, dog, he talked about Lizzo too. Yeah, he did. He just don't like Aries Spears because he sued him. Once he sued him, you cease to exist from being somebody that was cool. Now you're just a salamander. Now I don't like you. And that's what this is about. It had nothing to do really with Lizzo. It was a chance for him to roast this dude some more. He could care less about some damn Lizzo. She was just the object for the circumstance. When the tape came out, he ripped him again. I don't blame Tiffany Haddish. I blame Aries Spears. He just don't like that dude. Hey, dog. Yeah, he might be hating. Look, he don't like him. You did some unethical things to him. That's how he felt. You going to the courts. He's like, I tried to talk to you like, yo, what's up? You getting all loud at the airport. Man, he's like, I just don't like this dude. That's what this is about. So that's how he rolled. He don't like this man. You said I missed the Ray J rant? Oh, man. Dog, he went in on this.
It's like, ladies, who you are is normally the answer to all your problems. Stop acting like you don't know. I hate when girls who like weigh 300 pounds are talking like men be this. I'm like, girl, have you seen you? Don't always be like that because you ain't on your game. If you get on your game, you might be able to be really a gonna run anybody away. This is my big girls call, they'll run me away. And everything falls. It's just, you big and you go. How you gonna be coronavirus?
No, there are a lot of beautiful, bigger women in the world.
That make them feel better. Let's go with that.
How about every woman that's skinny ain't beautiful?
That's true, but if you have a shape, it helps you in the get chose game.
Get chose game.
Get chose game. If you are Lizzo's size, you will always settle. You will always settle. You think a boss player gonna be like, oh, I got that. It's not gonna happen. If somebody come to her, I call Lizzo the bottom of the night chick. Everybody that left, she still standing around with the homies. She Are you serious? Come on, we will mop the ground. Waiting on us.
I'm not just saying this because I'm a female. I just know so many beautiful, bigger women that.
You say that because you're a nice person.
But you're a nice person too, Corey.
Okay, and look, I'm gonna tell you something about me. I'm not all in shape and everything, but I understand my limitations. But for most of the girls in poverty situations, I'm God. I'm like Xerxes on their movie.
So, I mean, as you can see, this isn't about Lizzo. It can't be. But that's what I'm saying. He came off as a hypocrite, and he used that as an opportunity just so he could lace. What's up, D-Style? Yeah, I saw that. Oh, you wanted me to make a reaction video? Well, I kind of been letting everybody else do it. Yeah, Peterson got knocked out. Great show of heart by Tony Ferguson, but Nate Diaz gets the win. You know, yeah, it was very interesting. Le'Veon Bell got hands. The battle of the running backs, baby. Shoot, Peterson better stay ready because shoot, Washington go down, a back go down, Gibson be down in a minute. You gotta be ready. What's up, HD Vision? Oh, so you saw the video about the Queen? Is that what you talking about? Yeah, and you see why I wasn't talking about the Queen, right? Yeah, every black human being or anybody who call themselves Dominican, Moroccan, anybody from the Jamaica, Barbados, anybody of color need to watch that video. Every single human being on this planet. Oh, you guys think that's it for the month? Oh, buddy. September just started and it's already hot.
Yo, what up, it's your boy Aries Spears. Hey, yo, real quick, I'm gonna just say this and then I'm done. This is how much of a hypocrite Corey Holcomb is, and how mad he is, and how bitter he is, and how much he's holding on to the past bullshit. So now he's ripping me for the Lizzo shit. But go back in his archives. He ripped Lizzo 50 times harder than I ever did. But now he's sticking up for Lizzo? That's how mad Corey is. That's how bitter he still is towards me. Even though I, on Vlad TV, gave him love. Said, yo, man, let's let bygones be bygones and pull the bullshit to the side and let's try to squash it. I still respect you as a comedian. Come on, man. Hypocrite. He done beef with everybody. It's you, nigga.
So, there it is again. In case you got here late. Now, who would win between him and Corey Holcomb? And as far as comedy, Corey Holcomb would drown him. Corey Holcomb, I think, would drown him. Oh no, everybody's talking about the rant, but I hadn't seen it. Dog, it's been so much going on. Did you see I got Cobra Kai going on, baby? I got so much stuff going on, baby. Do you know everything came out this week? I mean, every damn thing came out. The Lord of the Rings came out. I ain't even watched She-Hulk yet. I'm still behind the 8 ball. I'm watching boxing fights, UFC fights. I'm watching it all. This has been the most busiest week in probably the history of entertainment. Do you know Star Wars came out and took over Disney Plus? They finna push Marvel all to the corner with their material. Did you see Tales of the Jedi? Man, that alone. Then the Mandalorian 3 came out. Bam! The Anchor come out. Boom! Andor come out. Boom! Trailers hitting. Willow trailer come out. Boom! I said, what the hell going on around here? Why is everybody trying to overload the weekend? The NFL weekend start this week. I got bets to put in. College football kicking off. Man, I'm like, dog, I swear my head gonna explode from all the stuff to do. It's in overdrive. Kid you not. I'll make the Ray J video once I actually hear what Ray J actually said. But this was on my mind what I saw. Because I know why Corey just don't like this man. This one fool told me, I bumped into Corey Holcomb in Chicago. You ain't bumping Corey in Cali. He's from Chicago, but he's out there in Cali now. He's been in Cali for a minute. Now, let's get more into this. Tales from the Jedi gonna be on Disney Plus. That trailer already sold me. They got the other Yoda in there. Remember the Yoda that was in Phantom 1, the one with the perm? That dude in there with a lightsaber getting down now. What's his name? Yoda? That other Yoda dude? Man, he in there getting down. I want to know what happened to him. So I guess we better find out what happened to him. My man had a perm, baby. He was a Yoda with a perm. Like, shoot, I was a pimp. I was a pimp Yoda, baby. Shoot, he's sitting in the Jedi Council too. He was a master. Andor come out October. Actually, no, I think next week. Might be the 21st. No, this stuff is moving fast. I'm gonna have a lot of content. Shoot, Thor's out on Disney Plus. You wanted to watch that? It's so much. Matter of fact, I think Kanan just hit tonight. So that's some more stuff to put on there. Raising Kanan just hit. It's so much to go by, man. My head gonna explode and just blow up. But tomorrow I'm gonna be like this. Let me get 5 on Tampa. Let me get that. Oh my God, Washington, put some points on Washington. The Bears gonna cover the spread. Man, I'm out here screwing up. I'm believing in the Bears. Week 1. Against the 49ers. I know, tell me about it. Yeah, they didn't want to send out any notifications when I put the video out. When I put it out today about Gilbert Arenas getting kicked off of Team USA. I'm like, you got kicked off Team USA, but Chauncey Billups was at this time in Team USA 2006. He was a 2-time, went to the NBA Finals back-to-back, MVP of the NBA Finals, and he didn't get picked. How the hell you thought you was gonna make it? Man, go check that out, man, when y'all get a chance, in case y'all didn't see it, because they didn't send out any notification. We know the game. So I see Jose was kicking it for his birthday. He was too good for everybody. He didn't make no video. He had one belated video. He was killing in 04, 05, and 06. 07, 08. When he went to Denver, he was killing. He mad he ain't in the hall. Gilbert said my name, and that's where it all went left. I ain't attacked Gilbert Arenas. He came after me and said it just out of the blue. I ain't had nothing to do with that. The man just wanted to drop my name.
You know, I'm pretty sure, knowing him, that you and Dan B had a truth. He has nobody to fight his battle.
Talking about some, I ain't got nobody to fight my battles.
Nobody pays attention to Carcino.
You see that?
Now that you and Dan B had a truth, he has nobody to fight his battle. Nobody pays attention to Carcino.
Ooh.
See, Carcino's not around enough to be a factor in the beef of the everyday beef. So he comes on, he does his thing here and there, once a week, once every 2 weeks. That's not good enough for Kwame.
He making all these decisions for Kwame Brown. That ain't good enough for Kwame. He comes in and jumps in the beef. I'm not in no beef with y'all. I report on your ignorance. Everything I've said about you is me responding to your ignorance. That's it. That's all it is. I am responding to your ignorance. Gilbert Arenas kicked off of Team USA. That ain't me talking and beefing and making up stuff to case on you. You got kicked off of Team USA. That's what it is. You got kicked off of Team USA. When I said Gilbert Arenas got arrested with explosives in the back of the truck, speeding on a suspended license, and got arrested. That's what happened. You did it. When you made that stupid comment about Giannis, you did that. I reported on your stupidity. That's all I'm doing. So when I talk about Gummy, I'm reporting on his ignorance. A sloppy orangutan looking just drunk, slobbing on himself, can't button his shirt up right. Got a liquor bottle in his hands, food particles falling out of his mouth while he talking. He just make everything look stanky. And I'm just like, ugh. That kind of person don't need to be around. So the fact that you hang out with somebody like that because you just want to come back at me and somebody else and you're $100 million person, I'm reporting on your stupidity. That's all. So there is no beef. You haven't done anything to be a beef to me. You haven't stopped my money flow or nothing. They just lie and make up all kind of stuff. They repoed your car. I'm like, this stuff ain't even funny. It's pathetic. I'm in the same house doing, and I'm like, man, if I'm doing so bad, why the hell I don't look it? I don't seem to be going to work. Do you see me on my job, on my shift? Gummy got to go do a 9 to 5 and pay for a barber chair. I work from home. Yeah, talking to y'all. That's my everyday job. Dog, I make damn near more money on Patreon. So what are we talking about? YouTube probably plays slightly more. They don't even understand how the money works, period. They're talking about what people are getting paid per 1,000 views. They have no clue really of what they're talking about. They don't even understand it. But just so people can know that this is not about me coming after Gilbert, because Gilbert wasn't doing anything. He wants the attention. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give it to you. He just thought, Cino ain't got nothing else to say about me because he quiet. No, Gilbert, there's plenty more I can say. As you can see, now the people know. People didn't even know you got kicked off the Team USA. People's like, man, I never knew that. Now they know. See, I'm going to keep exposing you, man. You got to understand. You thought there wasn't no more bullets in the gun. I told you. I just always keep one chamber empty. So you can come pop out and think one else in the clip. You see? That's how it works. You thought wasn't nothing else left. You came up and got popped. Oh, what I got next for you, Gil? Well, if you're on the Patreon, you got the early version of it. But Gilbert Arenas thinks Brittany Griner is the LeBron of Russia. Oh, we gonna see what old Brit got to say about that. Yeah, we gonna get into all that. All that. Well, she's got suspended from like social media. You can get, did you know that they could bar you from social media, period? You can't be on it at all. So right now, she's not allowed to, she's not mentally capable of being on social media. That's how they have it. Like she's unable to be on there. I have no idea what happened with any of that stuff y'all brought up. I didn't see it. Did I see Chris Bouchard? Chris Bouchard is gonna stick up for Michael Jordan any way he can, and that's how he's gonna move about. I like what Gordon Dragic said. Dragic said, "Man, dog, you talking about Giannis, who's an MVP? This man won an MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. He won an NBA championship. You never won any of these things. All you was a scorer. Same thing I said." And Dragic said, "Man, now that I think about it, all the international players, they're up for like MVPs, winning championships, or vying for championships. All the international players are doing all these things. But when you've never achieved these goals, when you play, this is what you do next." Same thing I said. Mm-mm. Oh no, man! It's so much goofiness going on. Fabio's a fool. Fabio's gonna be broke. Fabio gonna be broke because his baby moms is out here reckless. His baby moms is out here reckless. She's saying Fabio Foreign is out here with some adult film tapes and it ain't females in it on the tape. She didn't caught him with that. He got 15 baby mamas. He got 2 other girls pregnant. He gonna be another one broke. When it's all said and done, all the money going to the baby mamas, all the money going in the wrong direction. That's what's happening. Well, when you look at the total picture, what are you really seeing in the mirror? You got to ask yourself that. Um, I looked at when Scottie Pippen was doing his thing in the game and he was making a career. His career was based off Michael Jordan. Scottie Pippen, no. He can't mess with Mike. It pisses him off because Mike always had the mental advantage. Physical advantages, Scottie had it. He could jump, he could move, but he couldn't. Mike would mentally hurt that guy. I've seen it happen. Isaiah Thomas punked Scottie Pippen. Kevin Garnett, Isaiah was sitting there on the side. Scottie Pippen was there. They was playing pickup games. Isaiah was just there chilling. And Kevin Garnett was in high school pissing on Scottie Pippen. I mean, giving Scottie Pippen the business. And Isaiah told Kevin Garnett, because y'all don't even know this. I never told it to a human soul. Well, I mean, on YouTube. People, we've talked about this because we know about it. Kevin Garnett was in high school. Ronnie Fields is there, Kevin Garnett, and these are the Farragut players playing with the NBA players in the gym, getting it in. Now, this is normally a no-no, but nobody seemed to care, right? And, you know, all of these college offers are for Kevin Garnett to go places. Ronnie Fields getting some offers, but they thinking, should they go to the NBA? And it never hit Kevin Garnett to go to the NBA. He was thinking of going to college, playing for about 1 or 2 years, and then trying to win a national championship. That'll boost his stock. After that pickup game, and they saw Kevin Garnett cross Scottie Pippen over, pull up for a jump hook shot, and Scottie kept trying to reach around and couldn't get the ball from Kevin Garnett, and Garnett was dunking on Scottie Pippen like that, and Scottie Pippen is a full prime Scottie Pippen. He's in his prime when this is happening. This is like 94, 95 Pip. This is when he was running the team down there. He was in his prime. And Kevin Garnett did that. Isaiah Thomas said, come talk to me. Isaiah was sitting there. He had the basketball by his legs. He's laying there by the court. He wasn't running. He told Kevin Garnett, he said, have you made up your mind about what you finna do? Go to college, do this? He said, I was thinking about colleges and all that. He said, you should go pro. Your game is ready for the pros. Why wouldn't you go to the pros? You ready now. I just watched your game. Your game is ready for the pros. You're going to take about 2-3 years to build up, muscle and all this stuff, but you ready now. Your game is there. You ready now. Go pro. You can help your family situation right now. You're going to be a hot pick. Trust me. Guys have scouted you. People know you can ball. Go pro. Best advice he got. That's why when he retired, who did he have up there? They came to the Mount Prospect Recplex. And when they came into the Recplex, they came there and they beat all the people on the court. The whole Farragut High School team was running a 5 and destroying everybody there. But who endorsed him? Who was the guy when Kevin Garnett went up there on that podium? Out of everybody in life, who endorsed him? Who went there with him? Isaiah Lloyd Thomas III. Kevin Garnett didn't have another Boston Celtic lead him on that stage. Nobody but Isaiah Thomas. Why is that? Because of the story I just told you. Isaiah got him to change his whole family life. There's another piece to that story. The colleges that was coming by for Garnett, they were coming by with bags of money. Saying, we gonna get you this, we gonna get you that, your mama gonna get a job, this and that, don't worry about it, we're gonna take care of everything. You're gonna have a car, it's gonna be in somebody else's name, but you're gonna be driving it. They had it all worked out for him to go to these universities. They all was sweetening the pot. And he was scared because he didn't want to be in a scandal. And years later, he got a kickback money. That was the other part of it. Isaiah said, why do that? Go pro now. You ain't got to worry about it. Your skill, your game is good enough to go pro right now, and you don't have to deal with that nonsense. Go pro. They were right. Zeke was right. Isaiah Thomas has sat in that chair more times than Michael Jordan. Let that be known. Isaiah Thomas has sat in that chair more times. Did you know that he also, John Stockton, asked Isaiah because Karl Malone didn't want to do it? And they asked Isaiah to do it. Karl was going through some things at the time, and they made up an excuse, oh, Karl couldn't make it. last minute. So Isaiah is the one that came in and he asked Isaiah to do it. Once again, Isaiah Thomas being there for John Stockton. Why? Because he was a point guard. He understood the job. He knew John was a Hall of Famer. He's a point guard. He understood the position. It wasn't about the beef and none of that stuff, about the dream team. But that was the NBA's decision. Willis Reed brought up Karl Malone, not John Stockton. Stockton and Malone weren't friends. I'm going to tell you that. See, it's so much you don't understand. As close as they were as far as playing on the team together and, Stockton to Malone, they were not friends outside of basketball. And everybody was surprised Karl Malone didn't look to John and say, well, why ain't John Stockton endorsing Karl? And Karl came up with a reason not to be there. For John. Well, the Dream Team, the 92 Olympic Dream Team, went into the Hall of Fame. And Basketball Hall of Fame. So everybody on there was basically going to go to the Hall anyway. So to put everybody put the team in there in the Hall of Fame, to me was an injustice. Tony Kukoc had Michael Jordan endorse him in the Hall of Fame. Tony never went to the Hall of Fame based on his NBA career. He was the best player in Europe at that time. When he came to the NBA, he was the best player in Europe. And everybody's like, man, this guy, if he came to the NBA, he would be extraordinary. And he was a great player. But, the whole story about what happened with the contract, he was the guy caught in the middle. So Reinsdorf was there from the Bulls and Michael Jordan. I think Michael would have been there for Scottie. I mean, for Kobe. He would have been there for Kobe Bryant. Kobe would have chosen Mike. Mike endorsed Scotty, and he endorsed uh, he endorsed he did Scotty and Tony Kukoc. Dennis went into the Hall of Fame with Phil Jackson endorsing him. But he went in as a Detroit Piston. He had to pick a team, and it was the Detroit Pistons. Chuck Daly would have been, if Chuck was alive, it would have been Chuck Daly. But to see Phil Jackson standing next to that Piston logo, boom, boom, there it is. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he did. He sued Corey Holcomb. This is why Corey don't like him. Well, now the Hall of Fame is more, defined. Isaiah was there for Joe. He was there for John Stockton. He was there for Kevin Garnett. So many players that went to the Hall, Isaiah's there for. I won a bet off this. Dude told me Joe Dumars was never in the Hall of Fame. He's like, man, Joe Dumars ain't in the Hall of Fame. I was like, that's why he always did everything quiet. He almost led the entire NCAA in scoring when he was at McNeese State. And they was like, man, this dude is just really quiet. He just got a workhorse about himself. He was just like his old man. They just worked. Now he's president of the NBA. That's why Joe Dumars has an award called the Joe Dumars Award. The man played his whole entire career and never had a technical foul. No flagrant foul. But the Pistons are a bad team. We're, we're the bad boys. Well, we had the most professional player on the team in the entire history of the NBA. Today, name an award after him, the Joe Dumars Award. He was president of the Detroit Pistons, led to 2 back-to-back finals, 6 Eastern Conference championship games, going to the Eastern Conference Finals 6 straight times, and got us another championship as a president of basketball operations. And the NBA recognized his diligence. The 1989 NBA Finals, Joe Dumars scored 19 straight points and just destroyed the Los Angeles Lakers by himself. They had no one that could hold Joe. Back-to-back NBA champions. First backcourt in like 50 years to go into the Hall of Fame. A Hall of Fame backcourt drafted. Who can say that? I think they just put somebody in there to try to make it up, but it was like 50 years. Isaiah and Joe revolutionized the game. They made it a guard game. They took the game from the centers and made it a guard game. Look at this. You got Isaiah, Joe, Lambeer, all they lockers together. Boom. Isn't that perfect? Oh my God. Getting flashbacks. I mean, the thing is that he wants to forget all of it. You know, like Corey Holcomb and Aries Spears. Corey don't want to drop nothing. He a Chi-Town dude. He don't like Aries Spears. Because he don't respect what just happened. You see, that's the part that people don't understand. Nobody looks at him and say, okay, this is where we need to go. This is the situation. They looked at the whole thing and he made his mind up immediately. I mean, it wasn't even a hesitation. He made his mind up about Aries Spears once he sued. He's like, man, I tried to talk to you at the airport. You got all loud and jumpy. And he's like, man, I'm just trying to talk to you. Man, you a sucker. And all this lawsuit and suing, man, it pissed him off. He don't like the dude. So, of course, he was going to jump on Lizzo. But he was right about that. The Chicago Bulls and oh hell no. No, there's some players in the game that they wouldn't have gotten there without certain players. Jamal Wilkes would have never made it to the Hall of Fame if he didn't play with Magic. Jamal Wilkes, when he played, Magic elevated his game. Without Magic Johnson being there, Jamal Wilkes do not get into the Hall of Fame. Scottie Pippen's in the Hall of Fame because of Michael Jordan. Without Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen is not in the Hall of Fame. Who's more funny, Corey or who? Aries Spears? What happened to AC Green? Started to get some action. He got married. Then he couldn't play no more. His legs went. He bust for the first time. Hallelujah! Boom! Oh God, he almost killed himself. All that backed up, all that backed up semen. Jamal Jones, Scottie Pippen, you wouldn't even know who Scottie Pippen was. He'd been playing in Denver some damn well. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan. Girls was trying to sleep with him, banging on the door like, let us in. He was, Ezekiel 37, thou shalt not be tempted by the devils, and you demons are not getting in my room. I'll be like, let them devils in. Them the good devils. Them the devils you need for the night. Let them in. Oh man, I'm gonna tell y'all what Magic did. Oh, we'll say that for the Patreon. I'm gonna tell y'all what Magic Johnson did. AC. Oh my God! You want to talk about low down and dirty? This show, the show that they got, Winning Time, is great, especially when they talk about Magic, because nobody ever knew Magic was that shiesty. He was really a slimy, shiesty dude. But let me go to work on that, and I'm going to take care of that, and I'm going to holler at y'all. So let me get to work.